Let me just take you through what is being reported. Now, what is being reported is that we have been able to hit multiple terror targets inside Pakistan. We have been able to hit not only multiple terror targets, we have been able to hit the targets of Hizbul Mujahideen and Lashkar-e-Toiba both inside Pakistan-occupied Kashmir and Pakistan. Now, these are important places that we have hit. Our sources are telling us that we have been able to penetrate the Pakistani airspace. I would say, the global community has acknowledged the fact that India has hit places like Bhavalpur. The photographs have come. In the Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, we have hit terror targets. Our missiles have hit. It was an integrated special armed operation where all the three services were actually involved. This was not a pure play Air Force operation. This was not a pure play Army operation. This was a pure play integrated armed forces operation. That's number one. Secondly, there is a claim by Pakistan, but it is yet to be verified. India has used missiles. Now, what sort of missiles have been used we'll come to know around 10 a.m. because most of them have to be a guided ammunition system. In the guided ammunition system, you really don't need to pinpoint the locale, which means you don't need laser sightings there. The guided ammunition system means that India has the capacity to carry out night operation. Perhaps this is the first night aerial operation India has undertaken like that. Last time such operations undertaken were during Kargil. We never crossed the line of actual control, and in those Mirage were used, and from the Indian sides the mountain tops that were occupied by the Pakistani forces were used. That's one. Secondly, the important issue here is that we have been able to respond within time. Prime Minister had cancelled his 9th of May military day parade in Russia. Subsequently, Rajnath Singh was supposed to be there, and Rajnath Singh also cancelled. It was a very clear indication that the strike would come before 9th or even before 8th because Prime Minister is travelling to Croatia by 12th. Now, the entire issue is how do we capture our escalatory ladder. The real task here is now to ensure that the escalation ladder is taken care of. How do we take care of escalation ladder? Now, between Tehran and Israel, escalation ladder was taken care by international pressure. Here, the escalation ladder needs to be taken care by India only because no sort of persuasion on Pakistan is going to work because Pakistan is a proxy of China and there will be some sort of a response from the Pakistani side. Now, we have to wait and see what sort of response will be there. Will it be a missile response on part of Pakistan? Will there be a dogfight response on part of Pakistan? As of now, India has not mobilized any of its corps. India has not mobilized its para forces. The strike corps in Ambala, strike corps in Agra, strike corps in other parts of India have not been mobilized. But the entire northwestern sector has been put on alert. And today is the time. India is also going to hold a massive air exercise. So it means that the massive air exercise which India is holding in the north of which is northern or the western front of the Indian border is a preventive measure. That is why NOTAM was issued yesterday. Huge Air Force exercise is going to take place on the border of Rajasthan. It means a NOTAM was a defensive measure that was issued. And for this reason, 244 districts that were identified by the government of India, they have been picked for civil defense exercise. So now things are falling into place. These civil defense exercises are being undertaken not only as a training measure, but these civil defense exercises that are taking place today, which were yesterday known as mock drill, but today have become a serious affair. Today these drills are being taken that if there is an attack, this is what you are supposed to do. So it means that the response was decided within the first 24 hours. Things are falling into place. I'm trying to build a sort of a chronology. The attacks took place within a timeline set by the Prime Minister. The attacks took place inside PoK in Pakistan. Now the entire focus would be how do we capture the escalation ladder, because both have to be done by India. We have avenged the killings of Pahalgam. We have sent a strong message to the terrorists in Pakistan. A strong message has been sent to Munir, the Pakistani Army General. But the biggest challenge for Munir right now is he will have to save his face. And in order to save his face, what sort of a irrational action will he take? Will he deploy military? Will the complete ceasefire suspension will come to an halt, which means that the heavy machine guns and artillery start booming on the LOC sector? Or will Pakistan try to conduct a hot operation inside Indian territory? You see, any hot operation inside Indian territory involving Indian army will lead to a counter operation. A very important development has taken place in subcontinent. It cannot be taken lightly. It cannot be taken lightly. This is a very important operation that has taken place. This is not a small insertion that has taken place. It's a very important operation that has taken place. Even after Uri, there was no counter-air operation. Even after Balakot, there was a dogfight, and Abhinandan came back. And the reports that are the reports that are coming, it means that all the elements of armed forces were used. All elements of armed forces were used. And if we are saying that all elements of armed forces were used, if Pakistan officials are admitting, if they are admitting that the people have died, it means that the terror strikes have taken place deep inside. Now, how will, and the photographs are there. Last time Pakistan challenged what was happening, what happened in Balakot. Pakistan actually challenged the veracity of it, and it's a lesson which India learned very well. This time India has also provided the proof, because proof of the pudding is in eating it. India has not only provided the proof, India has shown that it has the capacity to strike deep inside. It has taken it one leg further. Bhavalpur was just an opening ball. Bhavalpur was just an opening ball. This time, if you look at the visuals, India has stuck deep inside. India has stuck deep inside Pakistan. Deep inside Pakistan. So it's a very, very challenging thing that has happened now. Now, Mr. Mishra, my question to you is, what sort of a counter strike are we expecting from Pakistan? What sort of a counter strike are we expecting from Pakistan, keeping in mind no time is an operation? Keeping in mind entire western border has been put on alert, keeping in mind the mock drills are taking place.
Yes, Karthikeyan, you have clearly briefed. Earlier it was mock drill in 295 districts. Now it will be absolutely a civil defense exercise. How to protect yourself from missile attack and to protect yourself from air bombardment. And we have to be very serious. And the way government has instructed, we have to adhere to these instructions. But what your question is, after we have hit well inside Pakistan, much deeper in Pakistan, and given a befitting reply and hitting only the jihadi training centers, and where, in fact, the headquarters of Lashkar-e-Toiba and Jaish Muhammad at Bahawalpur, General Munir, in fact, he has to save his face. Of course, his family, Bhutto's family and Sahaba's family, they have all left Pakistan, they know. But definitely General Munir will plan to retaliate, and Pakistan will retaliate very soon. My prediction will be, I am telling you, they cannot venture to have an operation, army operation to come like in Sakargarh they planned in Rajasthan border in Sakargarh in 1971. Of course, their tanks are there. A lot of tank units, one division of tanks, they are there at in opposite side of Sakargarh. That has been confirmed also. But it is very difficult for army to push into India, because in the deployment of Indian Army and Air Force that has been done just after a Pahalgam attack. And we have told also today the air exercise is being carried on by Sukhoi and Mirage and Rafale and most of the aircrafts all in Pakistan border, that's in Rajasthan, Punjab and Kashmir also. So it will be definitely a missile attack and air force penetration. These two are possible, but I'm very sure penetration by Pakistan army, who are just one third of India, and their weapons and ammunitions, they can last only 5 to 6 days. They cannot venture to do it because if they penetrate into Indian territory, maybe in a deep or core strength, it will be difficult for them to withdraw. All of them will be
Okay,
wiped out.